Why does Islam allow a man to marry multiple women? Let's clear the air. Before Islam, men could marry as many women as they wanted, even 10 or more. Women had no rights, no protection. Marriage was about power, greed, and control. Islam came to correct this, to give women rights and men responsibilities. Okay, but why did Islam still allow polygyny at all? Because at the time, society was in crisis. Men were dying in wars, leaving behind widows and orphans. Without protection, these women and children would be vulnerable. Polygyny was allowed as a social responsibility, not a privilege. So when exactly is it allowed? When there's a clear social need, protecting widows, orphans, and balancing the community. And only when the man can guarantee justice and fairness, financially, emotionally, and spiritually. What if a wife keeps saying she's not in the mood or tired? Does that mean her husband can just marry another woman? Yes, because it's her religious duty to satisfy his needs. If she refuses, she's violating his rights. It's not about being in the mood. She can satisfy him in other ways, but if she consistently refuses without valid reason, Islam permits him to seek another marriage. And when is it not allowed? When justice isn't possible, when financial ability is lacking, when the intention is lust, control, or selfishness, when it's done secretly or deceitfully, and especially when the first wife is fulfilling her rights and a second marriage would harm her emotionally or spiritually. If you fear you cannot be just, then marry only one. So it's not encouraged, just permitted with strict rules. Exactly. Islam restricts polygyny to protect women and preserve justice. It's not a playground for men. It's a responsibility with weight. But today, some men use it for ego, for lust. That's sin. Islam's rule was set in a time of crisis for protection, not pleasure. If a man's first wife is healthy and fulfilling her rights and he's seeking novelty or control, he's not following Islam. He's violating it. You will never be able to be completely just between wives, even if you try your best. Polygyny is permissible under strict conditions of justice and social need. But if you can't meet those conditions, if your heart is chasing ego, lust, or power, then the Quran says, marry only one. That's not a suggestion, that's a command.